Hello everybody and a warm welcome to this brand new Protection Insights podcast. Joining me today is John West. John West is from National Friendly. He's a National Account Manager. Thanks for joining me today, John. Good to see you. What we're going to talk about in this podcast, John, is this new product that you've got, and it's called Accident Income Protection. And it was interesting for me. I looked at the Swiss Re data that came out just this week, and it does appear that income protection's dropped a little bit from last year. And obviously, there's a bunch of reasons behind that. But some people do find it difficult to get income protection. So, John, could you just start by explaining what National Friendly have decided to launch to the market? Tell us about the product and really what are the headline features of what it does for clients?
Yeah, Vincent. National Friendly, we've not really got any history in income protection, but it's a field that we would really like to expand on. So we had a look and we took advice from various people in relation to income protection. We looked at it and decided that if we were going to enter this market, we really need to come up with something that was unique, something that was different. We looked at the market and we said, well, what can we really bring to the market that's different? And that's when we come up with the idea of an accident-only income protection market. The difference in this product that makes it unique to everyone else is there's no underwriting at all involved in it because it's accident-only. With the present climate just now of COVID and things like this, some of the brokers are finding it really difficult to get people through income protection applications. This takes all that away. So that was really the main driver with this.
Big headline, that, isn't it? Yeah. So what would you describe, John, as the target market? So advisors watching this podcast today, what would be the target, the sweet spot?
Our target market, obviously, as I've already touched on, is the fact that we're looking at people that would normally be declined for income protection, whether it be from, well, it would always be medical grounds and probably an excessive loading. We're also targeting basically the class 3 and class 4 workers, especially the self-employed, the builders, people like that. These people tend to be more concerned. They're fantastic work ethic. You know, they're really going to have to be ill before they really, stop working, simply because if they don't work, they don't earn. Unfortunately, we've found that their main concern is if they have an accident, especially at work. So this product is designed for these two groups of people.
Yeah, so some of these guys, I guess you could argue they can get income protection, but they very often get priced out, don't they? Because it's just so expensive at that level. What I'm interested also, John, in terms of the practicalities of this, how do quotes work? Where do advisors get quotations from, application process, all that kind of thing?
At this present time, they have to come onto our online site. We are in advanced negotiations with certain online platforms, and I would expect to have news on that within, a few weeks, that we will be joining some of them. In the meantime, we have our own online platform. It's a very, very simplistic system. It's just a case of obtaining a login. I can get anyone from TRM a login. They can play about with it and it gives a full quote. All our applications are online and we also have all our documentation there for everyone. It's full access to everything. As I say, it's a very, very simplistic system. The brokers that we already have love it.
Yeah. So you just have to think accident income protection. At this moment, you've got to go to the National portal and that's where you get your quotes from. So as long as you get over that hurdle, you're on your way, yeah?
Exactly. It's literally seconds to do it. It's not a big deal to do it.
Yeah. I was going to say, it feels to me, John, that this really could work really well for the self-employed market, couldn't it? So like you say, builders, those people working in the trades, and arguably the sales angle here is because, of course, if you're self-employed and you don't or you can't work, you're not going to get paid, and you're not going to get paid and not going to get any benefits either, really, are you?
That's correct. It's an ideal solution.
Yeah. Okay. What about just thinking about sports? We sometimes get asked about tricky sports, hazardous sports, and occupation, beyond occupation. What about that, John?
Yeah. We have a bolt-on to the plan of hazardous sports. As I already said earlier on, there is no underwriting in this plan at all. We only ask 2 questions, and this is for both accident and the hazardous sports, and that is age and occupation. That's the 2 drivers, that's the 2 questions. Ages are between 18 and 59. If you buy in on those ages, then you can have the policy up to 70 years of age. In relation to the occupations, we have somewhere in the region of 2,000 occupations that we cover. So from that, with our plan, with our accident plan on its own, we cover a fair amount of sports that may well be classed as hazardous by other insurers. Things like some of the winter sports and some martial arts. For example, football, things like that. We then go forward hazardous sports. Then we have a list of hazardous sports. I must explain that the list is not exhaustive, so if anyone goes onto the website and they don't see their sports there, certainly contact myself, I can have it included. Again, there's an additional monthly premium for the extended list of the hazardous sports, and obviously that would cover them for the sport.
So they could opt to have this additional...
Yes, it's entirely their choice.
Yeah, okay, brilliant. Sounds great, John. So any other nuts and bolts you can tell us about, John?
We have some other extras. We have Health Heroes, which comes as standard with the policy. This is an online medical service. Now that's available to the policyholder and his immediate family, and it's limited use. Accidental death, you can also have accidental death. That is optional because we appreciate that some people may well have enough life cover with other providers already. It's a very low cost product, but we feel it should be the client's choice whether he wants that or not. So that, as we say, that's available to them.
Yeah. So if you want it, you have to pay a little tax.
If you want it, yes. It's a very small premium that you pay.
Yeah, it's really good. I really like it, John. I think there's definitely a market for something like this because, as you say, I mean, some of those trades do find it difficult to get a hold of. So, well, congratulations to National Friendly for thinking a bit outside the box because we've got to plug this IP gap, that's for sure. So, in a nutshell, John, as we finish this podcast, what are the key things you want advisors to take away just to remember about what this is?
The key features that I feel is that the main feature, there's absolutely no underwriting. What I should have touched on earlier on is the benefits. We offer the exact same benefits as a full income protection policy. So if we say we can give up to 70% of the gross earnings to a maximum of £6,000 a month, we have a guaranteed benefit period, guaranteed benefit of up to £3,000 a month. That's subject to proof of income, although you have 3 months to prove your income. So these are definitely the main features of this plan. So the client is now able to get what he really wants as an income protection policy. Even if he has serious medical conditions, he can still have this type of income protection policy.
Fantastic. Brilliant. Well, thank you, John, for joining us today and running through that in just a short whistle-stop tour. And obviously, as always, thanks for you guys, the advisors, for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed what we talked about there. Can you see opportunities with clients that you speak to on a regular basis, for this type of protection solution? Let us know what you think. And obviously, let us know specifically what you think about accident-only income protection. So until next time, it's bye for now.